Unlike the large corporations, small enterprises are the sources locally, hire the locally and support the local charities. By encouraging the micro entrepreneurships and the self-employment, small business help combat the unemployment and reduce the income disparities across the countries. So the small business classification can be broken down by the industry structure and operational model. Hello dear students, welcome to the session. My name is Kripa MD, faculty in the Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So we are discussing small business management of 5th semester BCom. So first unit, that is the foundations of small business. So in the today's sessions, we'll see what is the scope and the importance of small business and what are the types of small business that we can see. So here, first, we'll see the scope and importance of small business. So for any developing economy, so the small businesses are considered as the backbone because it is through the development of the MSMEs or the small business where the contribution it is huge towards the GDP or as well as towards the export. So if we talk about our Indian context, so the MSME, the contribution from MSME towards the export, so out of the total export, 46 to 48% that comes from the MSME sectors. So as well as towards the GDP, more than 30% contribution comes from the MSME sectors towards the GDP. So that's why we call it as a small businesses are the MSMEs are the backbone of any Indian economy. So here the small businesses are the backbone of local economies, driving equitable growth, job creations and the grassroots innovations. So they stimulate the competitions by catering to the national market and recycle revenues directly back into the local community, fostering the resilience and the self-reliance. They go towards the development of the local areas or the local regions where they will have the grassroots innovations, where we can see the development of the grassroots innovations and all that will stimulate the competitions. So all that will increase the competitions at the local level or the local regions. All these will lead to the generating of higher income at the lower level and that will leads to the resilience and the self-reliance at the local level. So next we see what are the scope and importance of small business. So main thing that is the employment generations. With the development of small business that will create a number of employment opportunities at the local levels or at the semi-urban region. So the small-scale industries are the highly labor-intensive markets, making them a critical source of the livelihood, particularly in the semi-urban and the rural areas. So when we talk about the small-scale industry, especially the labor-intensive units or the labor-intensive business where more job opportunities or more employment opportunities that is created. So that will focus on particularly on the semi-urban and the rural areas. So they empower the diverse group including the artisans, youths and the women by promoting the flexible and decentralized opportunities. So mainly the small businesses or the small scale industries, they empowers the diverse group at the local level, be it any young entrepreneurs or the women entrepreneurs, providing them the flexible and decentralized opportunities. Then we have economic localization. Unlike the large corporations, small enterprises are the sources locally, hire the locally and support the local charities. Unlike your large enterprises, when we talk about the small scale industries, so mainly the resources they'll obtain or they'll procure the resources from the local areas. So utilizing the local resources and creating opportunities at the local level, so that will enhance the economic localization. So mostly the small scale industries or the small businesses, they'll utilize the local resources and local youths and they will hiring the local people and support the local charities. So all that will develop the local or the rural or semi-urban areas. So then we have adaptability and innovation. So the small business are incurable by heavy bureaucracy, allowing them to adapt quickly to changing consumer demands. So the small business, because their operations at the small scales, whatever the changes happens, they can easily adopt themselves to those changes. And if it is any innovations or the new type of product or the new innovative technology, if they are utilizing, that can be easily adopted by the small businesses. So then we have equitable wealth distribution. By encouraging the micro entrepreneurships and the self-employment, small business help combat the unemployment and reduce the income disparities across the countries. So because of the small scale industries, they spreads at the local areas. So they, by creating a more employment opportunities, by utilizing the more local resources, they'll try to distribute the wealth at the equitable manners at the local level. So here, so the development of these micro entrepreneurships, they'll promote the self-employment, and that will create the local income to the people, and that will help to reduce the problem of unemployment and also reduce the problem of income disparities among the people at the across the country. So then we have, what are the types of small businesses that we have? So the small business classification can be broken down by the industry structure and operational model. Based on the nature of industries and based on the nature of operations carried out by the business, so these are the classifications that is made. So one, it is what is the classification or the types of small business that we have by industry. So primarily the type of industry that we have, it is the primary sector, secondary sectors and the tertiary sector. So when it comes to the here small businesses, so the by categorizations or by the types of industries, so they are classified as one, it is the service based industry. So here service-based industries, here the small business, they'll offer specialized skills or the labor rather than the physical product. So the service industry or the service-based businesses, they'll offer the specialized services rather than the physical goods. So the popular examples includes here entrepreneurs listing financial consulting. So that is your fintech or any marketing consultancy services or any landscaping and the house cleaning. These are some of the examples of the small businesses where they can focus on the providing the services to the customers. So then we have the retail sector. Here sell the physical goods directly to the customers. So this includes your local brick and mortar storefronts or the independent e-commerce stores or the door shopping businesses. So these are the retail sector business where they can start at the small resources or at the small scale. So then we have at the manufacturing and production area. So he's create the goods on a smaller scale. So here manufacturing or the production means here the production and the manufacturings will be done at the small scale or with the limited quantities. So this ranges from the cottage industries, that is your home-based goods or any making of any handicraft or the craft product. So that is all comes under the cottage industry, to the small industrial and ancillary units producing the specialized parts. So under the manufacturing production center, where the focus it is on the productions and operations will be carried out at the minimum level or with a smaller scale. So this range usually comes from your cottage industries, for example, home baked product or the homemade handicraft product. So all that comes under manufacturing and production category. So then we have the types of small business by operation structure. So here one we have, it is the home-based business. So usually the home-based business that is run directly out of the owner's residence and offering the low overhead cost. So here home-based business, under that category, the small scale businesses or the small businesses that usually runs out of the owners or the own places. So reducing the other lower head or the overhead cost. So then we have the freelancing and the consulting. So these are the services or the businesses that can be started with a small scale. So here, these are the independent contractor who monetize their expertise on a pre-project or hourly basis. For example, on a freelance web developers or the writers or the tutors. So the freelancing also that can be started at the small with a limited capital, where there it is completely an independent contractor who monetize their services, for example, giving online tutorials or any online or the web developers. So these are all the freelancing and the consultancy businesses. So then we have the franchising. So here purchasing the right to operate a branch of an established or the large company. For example, the local fast food or the retail chain. So here franchising means what? Purchasing and the right to operate the under their banner or under their brand. So that is what we call it as a franchising. So here usually they'll purchase the rights to operate under those brand. So under the established and the larger company's brand, for example, the local food, fast food or the retail chain. So then we have the category under by legal entity and the ownership. So here sole proprietorship, a business owned and run by one individual. So usually the business which is owned by a single owner or the individual that we have, it is the sole proprietorship. So the business owned and run by individual, the owner is personally liable for all the debts and the taxes are filled as a personal income. So then we have it as the partnership business. So it is usually owned by two or more partners or the people who share the responsibility, who shares the profits and also the liabilities of their business. So then we have it as the limited liability company. So that is LLC. A flexible structure that protects the owner's personal assets from the business debts and the liabilities. Then we have one person company, that is OPC, common in the jurisdictions like India, allows a single founder to enjoy the benefits of a corporate structure while maintaining the limited liability. So these are the category or the types of the small business based on the legal entity and the ownership. So based on the entity and the ownership, we have sole proprietorship or the sole trading concern. For example, the business which is run by the single owner. And then second one, we have the partnership business where the business is run by two or more partners who runs the business together, who shares the profit, who shares the responsibility and who shares the liabilities among them. So that is the partnership form. And then we have a limited liability company. So that is the flexible structure that allows or protects the owner's personal assets from the business's debts and the liabilities. So under the limited liability companies, what happens? The business will be the separate entity. That means that it will, the law or the business, it will have a separate legal entity than their owners. So then we have it as a one-person company, commonly that we can say it in the Indian jurisdictions, allows a single founder to enjoy the benefits of a corporate structures while maintaining the limited liabilities. So these are the types of the small business based on the legal entity and the ownership. So this is all about the first unit that we have. So under the foundation of small business, we have what are the characteristics of small business, how the small business that is evolved, that is evolution of small business, and then important comes what is the MSME framework that we have and the features of each micro, small and medium enterprises. And then we have what are the role that is played by the MSME in the economic development, and importantly what is the difference that we can see that is between an entrepreneurs and a small business owner, and then what are the common types of small business that we have and what are the scope and importance of small business. So this is all that you need to know in the first unit. So in the second unit that we'll move on to the next, that is your small business environment and the policy framework. How the environmental factors that impact the small business, and what are the policy framework that is in India, what are the institutional setup and the support or the scheme that is available for the MSME sectors. So that we'll study in the unit 2. So this is all about the today's session, that is the first unit, foundation of small business. I hope you all understood the basic about the small business, and we all meet in the next session. Thank you.